recorded if that's okay with everyone. So I'm Livia Jenkins. We've got Josh Benson. We're both competition development officers across the South. Our counterparts would be Liz Fletcher and Aaron Howarth. You might have come across them. We've also got Ian Renard on as well, who's in charge of all things technology for us at the RFU. If you do want to ask any questions, please feel free to pop anything in the chat, or there'll be an opportunity at the end for any comments or thoughts, questions, and we can hopefully get through everything. We should have plenty of time. Please raise your hand if you do want to speak throughout the presentation. And yeah, otherwise, if you could please keep yourself on mute so that there's no background noise, that would be much appreciated. So, agenda for this evening, Josh, if you want to flick on, please. We've obviously got an introduction, which we've just done. Thanks all for joining. We'll go through an overview of GMS competitions, which hopefully you've all had a play around with, but if not, more than fine. We'll just take you through a few of the key changes. We'll talk about the timeline and different support that's available. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, there'll be an opportunity for question and answer too. So GMS competitions, you might be familiar with competition management V12 in the tiles on GMS in the top left-hand corner. This has got a new version now, so it's been upgraded to GMS competitions. It's been designed to streamline tasks and improve overall user experience. You might notice that if you click into competition management or GMS competitions now, whereas GMS competition management took you to a whole new window, this now opens within GMS itself. It's got a consistent look and feel, so like it's got a different type of red and it looks a bit more like the rest of GMS and the rest of the branding on the website and things like that. And the overall aim is to improve long-term performance. So there's some not many significant changes to any of the updates to it, but the aim is to make it a bit more seamless for you in the long term. The desktop version of electronic match card has also been improved, so that's also accessed directly within GMS, but it's important to note that there's no change to the mobile version. So I think there's most people use it on a Saturday or Sunday or any other day that fixtures are played on their mobile anyway, but otherwise it'll look a bit different for them on the desktop version if there's anyone that does use that. So in terms of timeline, 15th of April, so almost a month ago now, or 10 days off a month ago, where it was the launch of GMS competitions, and you'll see that it runs alongside, parallel to competition management V12. This will be taken away from all of our accounts and discontinue our access removed from it on the week commencing the 29th of June, what we call the season switchover. There's Community Rugby Help is available. We've got a plethora of guides available, alongside additional support from the GMS service desk. So when you raise a ticket, when you mention GMS competitions, I know that they'll be taking a look at that. So we know that you'll all be creating fixtures and different competitions and copying competitions onto next season. That'll all happen as normal. And anything that you've uploaded to V12, so the older version, will be pulled through automatically to GMS competitions. And then 25th of August, we've got a webinar for electronic match card users to ensure that they're ready for the start of the season a few weeks later. So in terms of the key changes, this is where we get into a little bit of the detail. You might notice that there's a bit of more of a consistent look and feel. So in the top left there, we've got the old competition management V12 versus bottom right, the new GMS competition. So it just looks a little bit more like the rest of GMS. I'm a bit more consistent with that, but also just a bit fresher and brighter. In terms of searching for a competition, whereas it would have been in the middle of the screen on V12, now you have to go in the top right-hand corner and go into filters, and there's a range of different aspects of the competition that you can look for in there, whether it's the year, the type of competition, the name of it, so you can change it to starts with or contains in there. So for example, I've searched for the Inner Warrior series, and then it'll come up with all the different ones throughout the last few years. So creating a new competition does what it says on the tin really. So top right hand side, if you click on competition manager first, it'll take you into this screen, and then you can go on to create competition. Once you've clicked into there, then you can obviously name your competition, go through the stages, groups, and what have you. In terms of copying competition, this is in the menu in the left hand side. So you can go 24, 25, and for example, I've wanted to copy one to 25, 26. You won't have to search, you won't have to put like the full name in. So as soon as you start to type into that where it says competition, and if you click on search and type into there, it'll automatically come up with a list of options relating to the words you've just typed in. So it could be, for example, just looking at Dave there, Dorset and Wilts age grade caps, and then as soon as you typed in Dorset and Wilts, it'll probably come up with all the Dorset and Wilts competitions there for you. In terms of adding fixtures, so once you've clicked into Competition Manager in the menu on the left-hand side, it'll take you to this screen. So once you go in the top, once you've got all that, there's all the different options that you can go into there, whether you want to look at your league table, make adjustments, look at different scoring systems. But if you go in the top right-hand side, just click on Add a Fixture, and then it'll take you to the screen where you can just put team home, team away, and what have you. Results entry, so similar, the same on the left hand side, quite clear there for us with the lovely yellow circle is, and then you can click onto a fixture. If you, do you want to go on to the next one, please, Josh? So this is just one of the merit table down in Cornwall, the C3 Cornwall League Cup. You can put in tries, notes on bonus points and what have you, or anything important to note in there, and then reasons for walkover. And you can see, for example, I can go in there and see the last person that's updated that, and that's their competitions lead down in Cornwall. In terms of our electronic match cards.
Liv, sorry, I was just thinking, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a bit. I think we've had a few questions come in.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So I'll stop sharing, we'll deal with them, and then we'll move on to EMCs.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mostly from me, sorry.
Yeah, just with the first question, Josh, I'll take that in terms of the comms to clubs from Linda. Linda, hope you're well, hope you're good. It was in the community game update on the 11th of March around the competition module change. And then it was also sent direct via ROCs and the competition development officers. So yeah, it has been formally communicated and it is there. I'll pop the link in the chat for you, and you can see the link from the community game update as well. All right. Josh, do you want to take any other questions?
Yeah, just reading over the question. David, yeah, that's exactly right. When you're starting to filter it, we are working with FSIs to make it a little bit more user-friendly, that side of things, because it does bring up every group, every stage under the sun, which can make it a little bit difficult to navigate. So we flagged that already, which hopefully we'll kind of address. The copy didn't work. Yeah,
No, I couldn't copy up either. I couldn't I went through everything, you know, Liv went through it with me the other day. I tried to copy the competition from this year to next year. It gave me the impression it did it, but then when I went and looked in next year's competitions, and they weren't there. It's just nothing. So whether that's to do with the fact that I can only see the 2011 to 2016 competitions and not last year's.
Yeah, on your homepage.
Yeah, and that's subject to a ticket at the moment.
Yeah, yeah,
which
that's another one.
Ryan just said, I'll liaise back with FSI.
Yeah, it's another one we flagged with them as on your homepage. Do you need to see competitions from 2011, 2010 necessarily?
No, it's upside down. As I said to Rory last week, he said he agreed with me. He said, no, it's upside down. It should show the latest first.
Leslie, can I show you a repeat error when working on fixtures? That might be one for us to pick up offline, Leslie. I've got your email address, so I can ping you one, and we can organise a bit of a Teams call over the next week or so to discuss that.
Yeah, I've taken a screenshot of it, but there's a consistent error that comes up every time you work with a fixture, because I'm working with it to rather than go back to V12 and try to persevere and
Yeah.
all the current stuff, cups and that on the new version.
That's fine. I'll pop some time with you there tomorrow or next week. Is that all right?
Yeah, tomorrow would work. Not, I'm not
Well,
available Friday. I'm on tour with the club Friday, so that would be out.
enjoy that one, I'm sure.
I won't be compass mentis for a couple of days.
So CGU, again, I'm not exactly sure who it goes to. I'm fairly sure it's everyone involved in the community game. Am I right in saying that, Ian?
Goes to key role holders at your club. So people in the golden roles. So basically your ONSEC, your treasurer, your chairman, age grade reps, everyone in key roles at the club. So yeah, it goes to everyone, and then that should then be distributed internally around the club. So probably best speaking to your ONSEC in the first instance, Sal, and then see how they distribute that messaging across your club.
Wasn't this pushed out primarily to competition managers first?
It was, but the CGU, yes, it was, but the CGU was obviously had some information around it as well, Dave.
Right, I'll go back to sharing my screen.
Thanks,
Hopefully
all.
that's worked.
Yeah, all good. Cheers, Josh. So in terms of electronic match cards, as we mentioned earlier, it's now accessed directly within GMS, so it doesn't take you anywhere else once you click onto it, which hopefully provides a smoother, more seamless experience for matchday team management. And on 25th of August, we'll have a webinar for electronic match card users. So probably in the same mechanism that we've forwarded this email, any emails to you as competition development officers a few times saying sign up for this webinar, we'll encourage you to send it out to those who participate in your competitions. But I expect there'll be another update from us centrally in there as well. So in terms of what electronic match card actually looks like, again, it's one of the little options on the left-hand side. So once you click onto that where the yellow circle is, I've just searched for Devon just to have a look at some of their fixtures. So once you click into it, then it should come up with, yeah, there we are. And I've just gone onto a different fixture to show when this already gone through. So you can just put the scores in home and away. And something that's important that we noticed in the first couple of weeks of GMS competitions being released is that we need to ensure that we've clicked on submit match card. Is that the right terminology, Josh, Ian? I think so, yeah. So there's a new button at the bottom called Submit Match Card, and that'll just mean that it kind of goes through and is approved and what have you. But we noticed that in the first weekend, so lots of people were filling in the match card and then not necessarily submitting it with the button at the bottom. So that'll just be something that we highlight to all the users on the 25th of August. In the top right-hand corner then, I know that some of you look at different regulations and potentially players playing down or up. So you can create a match card report. So rather than looking at it in GMS, you can create a PDF, and that's just on the top right-hand corner there. So in terms of what support is available, as mentioned throughout the webinar, you'll have support from us as your competition development officers. So whether that's Aaron, Liz, Josh, or myself, and you can see our areas there if you're not familiar with us already. Community Rugby Help. So it's great to hear that some of you, or lots of you potentially, have been raising tickets. Please do continue to do that, and we will ensure the GMS help desk keep an eye on there. We've also got guides as well. So one of our colleagues, Liz Fletcher's definitely thankful for this, where we've ensured that different step-by-steps, and we've, like similar to the old guides on Community Rugby Help, you can go through and say, right, how do I add a fixture? How do I edit a competition? That kind of thing. We do need to add one more, and that's how to delete a fixture, but that'll be uploaded to Community Rugby Help on the guides in the next couple of days. I can see a thumbs up from Dave, so that's definitely missing. And then on top of that, then we'll have how-to video guides uploaded to YouTube, and we'll send you links to them once they're already on there. Well, that's just about it from the content. So I think we'll go back to the questions now and offer opportunity for anyone to raise any thoughts or further questions.
Can I just ask about the distribution list that Andrew's put in? So I have 4 of those roles, and honestly, I can tell you, I do not get the community update, because surely it would come to me 4 times as well if I've got 4 of those roles.
Yeah,
So I don't know who I can speak to about that, because I used to get it forwarded by the president. He must have had he had like international fixtures role, I think, and he used to get it, and he always used to forward it to me, and it's such a useful document.
yeah, no, that's cool, Sal. Sal, if you can put a ticket in on Community Rugby Help,
Right.
because it could be that at some point you may have unsubscribed or opted out. Yeah,
Right, okay.
and that is why you don't receive anything, because you're on a white list. So put a ticket in, and I'll get the CRM team to investigate and find out what's happening to your.
Right. Okay, thank you. That's great. Thank you.
So I'll check your communications preferences on your own account, because sometimes that can block it.
What, on GMS account?
On your own GMS account,
Right.
yeah. If you look at your communications preferences.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, that's me as a trainer, T speaking.
Thanks, Dave. Linda, if helpful, we can send the slides to you afterwards, so that you can zoom in at your leisure. Leslie, do you want to share your insight?
I have noticed something that's not immediately obvious in it. Whereas before, when you went into V12, it showed all your match cards and fixtures for both as an organizer and your club. You now have to separate. So I have to be in the CB side of it to see the organising bit. I have to go back to the club to see my club's match cards and fixtures. It's just I don't know whether it's deliberate or just an interesting side effect of the way it's structured now.
Ian, do you want to take that one? I think it's just a case of being on the organisation whose content you want to look at.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're, sorry, I just cut out. I'm in Twickenham, but the internet just cut out there. If you just make sure when you're looking at the stuff that you need to look at that you're in the right organisation, that's probably the most common user error, as Tony on the call there I can see will testify to. So yeah, just double check in the top left hand corner that if some of you might be involved in a club as well and doing stuff there. Just double check if you're doing stuff. Let's say you're in NLD, where Leslie's from, I think. Then you've got NLD in the top left, or if you've got your club in there, just that's probably the first thing to do in that space, probably the key thing. Was there anything further to ask there, Olivia, because it just cut out?
No, I think that's all good, thanks.
Can I just ask on the new match card? Am I right in thinking, I'm looking at one again we've got, so you're going to be able to see home and away teams before kickoff, as you currently can't?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I'm not too sure on the answer to that. I'd assume
you were always able to see the away side from midnight.
No, you can see it after the kickoff time is noted on GMS is when you can see it. It's after the kickoff you can see both sides of a game. Prior to that, you can't.
I don't think that's right, actually.
Well, I know.
Yeah. Is that just you as a club, Ian, or was that you as looking across as competition manager?
No, that's me looking at, because I'm the team manager of the club as well, so me looking at my games primarily. But I noticed on the new system here, you can see both sides. So, and I think that would be, I've got no idea why there's such a block on not being able to see an opposition side in the old V12, when, I don't know, certainly in the senior level, most of them publish their teams on socials and all sorts anyway. So I'm not sure why that's been a case in the V12, but it looks like in the new system, I'm viewing it, that you can see both sides of a game, both teams, and it's actually broken down in the navigation as well as a home team and away team.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're correct.
Leave that one with me, Ian, and I'll double check.
Is that not due to it's what you, as an organizer, gets ticked, because I know that there's a box for letting that visibility happen.
Yeah, well, Ian's an organizer on the Colts, as well as being a team manager for one of the Colts teams as well. So he should be able to see full.
Whoever's done his Colts club setup might not have just ticked the right box.
What I don't know what you mean, sorry.
No. Leave that with me, guys. I'll pick up and find out the answer to that, so we can have a bit of clarity on it. Good flag though, Ian. Thank you.
Yeah, is there a reason why you wouldn't be able to see both sides of a game before kickoff?
Testing my knowledge now.
No, certainly the adult game, it's always been since midnight of the Saturday morning that you could see you could get access to both sides.
Well, it's okay. Maybe that's a senior thing, but it's certainly not an age grade.
Well, Josh will pick that one up. Thanks, Josh.
No worries.
Yeah, Amanda, as we mentioned, this recording of this will be uploaded to YouTube in the next couple of days.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll send the slides to you, Linda. The how-to pages do go into quite a lot of depth, but yeah, more than happy to share the slides.
Can I just ask about the admin tab? Because you didn't talk about that. I was waiting for you to talk about that one, because I was expecting the scoring systems for the Hampshire and the Dorset and Wilts to come across there, and the match card templates to come across from the other competitions, and there's nothing in there at all.
As in, hasn't pulled through from V12?
Yeah, no. But I just wonder if that's to do with this issue of me only being able to see 20 years ago instead of now, or 10 years ago.
Potentially, yeah, potentially. Yeah. Because it should, anything that's been uploaded or amended on the old version should be pulled through, but it could be a case of that. You've got to take it in with it,
I'm not seeing them either, to be honest.
Oh, right.
And I've gone in generated new ones in the new system. But interestingly enough, the scoring one doesn't work. One of them doesn't carry over as a template, so it doesn't. Even though you set it as a default, it doesn't run into the new competition if you generate a competition, and the other doesn't permit you to pick it up as a template.
Right.
There's a bit of I think I've written that down. I'll share that with you, Josh.
Yeah, perfect. That's fine. I'm just looking now. I can see match card templates, but I can't see any scoring systems. So it might be that something's not pulled across from the old system to the.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at the Hampshire and the Dorset and Wilts, just in case one had gone through, because in Hampshire I can see the competitions, and in Dorset and Wilts I can't. Yeah. So Ian's all right. His successor's going to be all right. I can do his, but I can't do my own.
We'll double pick that one up. John, did you have a question?
Yeah, just a quick one. Wearing my league secretary's hat, whilst I can get into on the new system all the match cards for a club, can't see any of them for the two leagues that I'm a league secretary for. So I don't know if there's a problem there. I can see him under the old system, but I can't see him under the new one.
It sounds like a permissions thing, John. Do you want to send me an email of which leagues they are, and then I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, will do.
Are you in Swans or are you in Dorset and Wilts, John?
Well, I've been Swans, but I've also gone into the leagues and that as well, because I've got counties 2 and regional 2 and so on. I've just got nothing in there, so I can't see it. I used to sign in just as under my own, into the club, and I could just go into competition management and get up all the match cards on a Saturday or Sunday. So that could be a problem that's going to be across the whole country.
Yeah, thank you, John.
You can rely on us to break it, Josh.
Hey. I mean,
John and I can't break it. It must be perfect.
I think this is also just to kind of put some context on this as well. We've very much targeted this time of year for the launch. wary that there's a bit of a slowdown of fixtures towards the back end of the season, and also gives you a whole summer to kind of get used to the new system, as you may break it or not break it, depending on how you look at it. So definitely take the learnings from it. So yeah, really appreciate the feedback, and obviously letting us know if you're facing any troubles as well. So thank you on that.
Fortunately, I can see the last game in our senior competitions on the new one, and I can see the match details there, the results there, waiting to be filled in. Everything's there, so that one worked.
We're on the right track then. Yeah, we'll keep in touch about the age grade ones though.
Yeah.
Linda, you might, with the filter, you might have to click on the plus button in the top right hand side, and then it might bring out another kind of screen.
Yeah, there's only stage, group, category and code you can add.
And then again, probably just refer you back to the community game update. Just gone to the roles that Andy kindly put in the chat for us. If you want us to double check anything, please read a ticket with Community Rugby Help. Linda, yes, that's the guides. That's on Community Rugby Help.
Les, that's a good question on clustering. It's something that we're looking at the moment. It's not ironed out as of yet, because obviously it's still not quite as a simpler process as maybe we'd like it to be. But we'll definitely, I'll get in touch with you with kind of what we might think is best around it. It's, obviously something on our long list of it would be nice to have.
Save me an awful lot of grief.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more and more clustering going on at age grade level.
Yeah,
getting it right is quite important, I think, at that level.
Absolutely.
It's kicking in at seniors as well. We've got to kick it in at seniors as well, or potentially in Dorset Moats. But I had a meeting with Laura and somebody else, and I can't remember who it was the other day, and went through what didn't work this year so as they could hopefully try and fix it.
Ian's just popped the link in the chat, Linda, if you wanted to use that and click on it. We've forwarded it to competition organisers and anyone who's got access to competition management V12. So you will have had the email. What area are you from?
She's from Furwood, Waterloo, Olivia, up north.
Okay, you would have had an email from Aaron Howarth then. Or if not, we can put you in touch with Aaron and have a conversation there.
The thing is, am I live now?
Yeah, you're on.
I have asked frequently because it's not good enough for clubs to hear about things through the back door. There needs to be effective communication with clubs. The how-to guides that you write must take hours to actually do. But in effect, as an end user, have you ever evaluated how effective they are in supporting clubs? Because they're very difficult to navigate. There are better systems. I will go away, and as I've done with most things on GMS, I will self-teach myself. But if you could send the slides, that would be a great help.
Yeah, more than happy to send the slides. I would actually say, thanks for the feedback. I'd actually say that the guides are probably a bit more intricate and provide a bit more detail. So you might want to have the slides and the guides open. But yeah, they've, of course, as you mentioned, taken quite a lot of time to build, and we've sent them back and forth to each other, ensuring that if we were new to the GMS competitions, we could be able to work it. But
I think the challenge for end users, and sorry to keep making the point, the challenge for end users is to actually find the articles that you spend the time writing. Because if you go into the help community and type something, you get a list of things that are not related. So maybe that's some feedback that needs to be taken on board.
Sorry, Linda, just quickly, if I share my screen, has that come through all right?
No,
not at all. Good. Let's try it again. Talk about making things easy. Here we go. Community Rugby Help. Hopefully that's fairly easy to find. And then you just click on here, competition organisers and league secretaries, and that'll bring you up. all of these, which are going to be in order of the steps you should do it at some point as well. That's our kind of next thing to do. So yeah, hopefully that's not too difficult to navigate.
I think last season I took on the Hampshire under-18s and I didn't look at any of the FAQ things. But I had one champion who helped me through the whole lot, and that was David. You need to find a champion that will help you through these things. Is the solution to it. And thank you, David. I've already thanked you. But
I don't want any more. I don't want any more. I picked up North Mid's comps now.
Bill, feel free to keep popping questions in the chat, and if anybody does want to come off mute, raise their hands, then please do. If not, I think we'll wrap it up there. Keep an eye out for this video going up onto YouTube for you to rewatch as many times as you want. And we can send the slides out as well. But yeah, please do keep in contact with us as competition development officers and keep on raising tickets for any issues or glitches that you might come across. But thanks very much for your time this evening and for all you do in the game. Looking forward to potentially catching up with you all soon on the EMC webinar. Thanks all.
Cheers, everyone.
Deal.
I've just popped something in, Josh. I'll pick that up with you when we catch up.
I'll ping you an email now.
Yeah.
The new competitions option, you should be able to now, Leslie, as in access the new GMS competitions.
No, to generate a whole new one that hasn't been there previously, so that it gets onto the website, which has not been the case previously. It hasn't linked through to the web. If you generate one from scratch,
yeah, remember we used to have to ask.
Fine, if you generate a whole brand new one, I need to generate one for the girls, or I want to generate one for the girls going forward. And I just need to know what steps need to happen, because when I've tried to do it before, the system just fell over.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll pop a call in tomorrow. We'll catch up then.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon, if possible, please, Josh.
No worries.
Okay. See you guys.
See you.
Cheers, Leslie.
Cheers.
Thank you.